explosions, insane stunts, and a lead actor who refuses to quit. Mission Impossible is the action franchise that keeps raising the bar. But what makes it so special? Is it the jaw-dropping stunts, the high-stakes espionage, or the fact that Tom Cruise seems allergic to stunt doubles? Honestly, it's all of that and more. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into why the Mission Impossible series isn't just great, it's the greatest action franchise in Hollywood. From its iconic theme song to death-defying stunts that'll make your palms sweat, this series has redefined what it means to deliver blockbuster action. So buckle up, because this message will self-destruct in 3, 2, 1. I once said that John Wick Chapter 4 is the greatest action movie of all time, and I stick to that statement. But when it comes to the best action series of all time, there can be only one choice for me, and that's the Mission Impossible movies, starring the incomparable Tom Cruise, our last bona fide movie star. There are currently 7 Mission Impossible movies, and they all range from being good to mind-blowing. With Christopher McQuarrie's Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning and its follow-up Final Reckoning coming out at some point in 2025, I thought it was time to gush about why I think Mission Impossible is the very best action series we currently have. The stories around the action are consistently good. I remember when I first saw the original movie back in 1996, I still to this day have never seen a single episode of the TV show that it was originally based on. In the film, Ethan Hunt was framed for a murder he didn't commit, and he had to break into a CIA building to prove that he didn't do it. And let me just tell you, when I saw it, I was bored out of my mind. Because in a way, Mission Impossible is kind of like the Fast Furious series, and by that, I mean that the films just kept getting bigger and bigger. The original was more of a spy thriller, whereas even in the second entry in the series, it became more heavily focused on cool action scenes. But unlike the Fast movies, which got progressively sillier for no real reason other than to just one-up itself, these have had consistently good stories centered in all of the crazy action. For example, in my favorite MI movie Rogue Nation, which we give a staggeringly high review, I was on board from the very beginning when Cruise did that insane plane stunt. Throughout, though, I was also wondering who was or wasn't in the Rogue Nation, and what would be the fallout when it all ended. The movies still continue to surprise me like none other. Honestly, I don't know why I'm surprised time after time by the stunts I see in these films, but I'm always blown away whenever I buy a ticket to a Mission Impossible movie. I just know that there's going to be at least one stunt that wows me. Some people may argue that the John Wick series is superior when it comes to action, and I will say that when it comes to fight scenes, John Wick has MI licked. But I'll tell you what, when John Wick gets hit by a car, or falls off a roof, or shoots like a million dudes, I'm not surprised. I think it's cool, sure, but it's almost like a live-action cartoon. I watch it, and then forget about it until the next choreographed fight scene. That said, I'll never forget when I first watched Cruise climbing the world's tallest building in Ghost Protocol. I'll never forget the exhilarating motorcycle chase scene in Rogue Nation. Do you know why I won't forget them? Because they always surprise me. Maybe it's the way they're shot, or the fact that I know that, for most of the stunts, that's Cruise riding that motorcycle or running down a building. The mere fact that I know that he's genuinely doing some of these mind-boggling stunts truly puts Mission Impossible head and shoulders over any other action series, with the exception of Jackie Chan movies, of course. Oh, and speaking of Cruise, let's be real. Tom Cruise really is our last true movie star. I won't see every Tom Cruise movie, but do you know what? I will see most of them. And apparently, I'm not alone, because he's still a major draw at the box office. Don't believe me? I mean, why would you not? Just check out the astronomical numbers for 2022's Top Gun Maverick, which shattered records that year. Sure, you could drum up the film's success to it just being an overall great movie, but there have been a lot of continuation of films. Cough Independence Day, Resurgence, cough that haven't done nearly as well. I mean, Could you honestly imagine if they made this movie without him? It probably wouldn't have even cracked the top 5 without his megawatt star power. That's because he is our last true movie star. Quentin Tarantino and Martin Scorsese chalk some of this up to Marvel pushing characters, Thor, Iron Man, Spider-Man, rather than creating new stars. I don't particularly agree with this assessment. I'd argue that Guardians of the Galaxy helped push Chris Pratt into mega-stardom. I will say that Marvel actors can be replaced. See Don Cheadle replacing Terrence Howard as James Rhodes, or Harrison Ford becoming the new General Ross after William Hurt's death. You know who can't be replaced? Tom Cruise. He is not only the face of the Mission, Impossible movies, he is these movies. He's the kind of movie star who you see on a poster, and you're like, I'm seeing that movie. I can't think of any other actor who can do that in this day and age, which just makes each subsequent MI movie feel that much more vital. They contains our last true movie star, and we need to cherish that. You know, if any other actor got upset that another movie was going to be taking away IMAX screens from their film, I'd think, you've got a lot of nerve, pal. These stunts are just too bonkers for any smaller-sized screen to contain. I've felt this ever since the third one, which started upping the ante when it came to the stunts, and I know for a fact that they are going to be even crazier here. Honestly, I rarely ever make it a point to see movies in IMAX, but I will for Final Reckoning. What am I even doing with my life if I don't? Our very own Mike Reyes said it best when he called Rogue Nation the best movie of the summer in 2015, because it was. But I'll do one better and say that Fallout was also the best movie in the summer of 2018. And yes, Final Reckoning will also be the best movie of summer. Thanks for watching. The Mission. Impossible series has redefined action cinema with its jaw-dropping stunts, brilliant storytelling, and relentless commitment to pushing boundaries. Do you agree that it's the best of Hollywood? Or do you think another franchise deserves the crown? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our deep dives into the best of cinema. Until next time, stay mission ready.